It's lovely to see so many people with us today from so many different places. Thanks again. As you can see, we now are showing pictures of our wonderful staff members. These are the people that have been helping you all year virtually. Thank you so much. Here we are, all smiling actually, isn't that nice? Every time we call or we get a communication from these people, there's always a smile, even if it's the written word, you can tell. John, there we are. Thank you, John. Maria, thank you. And Brian, wonderful. Thank you so much. And Mickey, great to see you via the screen. Thanks. So the member service staff are the ones that are helping you when you call in with your problems or just your issues. We have Barbara, who certainly helps the whole volunteer program in the elections, and Patricia, our annual meeting. Trent, our CFO, thank you, Trent. Zuli, there we are, office manager Zuli, thank you so much. Good pictures. They all hope to see us soon. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Thank you. And now I'd like to officially welcome everyone to our 58th annual meeting in 2021. We're all happy to be with you, and we hope that you enjoy this meeting that we've prepared for you today. Before we get started, there's some housekeeping announcements to be made, and so I'm going to ask our Vice Chair, David Rojas, if he would make those housekeeping announcements. David, please.
Thank you, Casey, and good morning, and thank you all for participating in our annual meeting. This event will be conducted in English, yet we will be providing interpretation in Spanish. In order to hear all the event in either language, we recommend that you click on the world icon located at the bottom of your screen to select the language that you would like to hear through the event. Now I will address our Spanish-speaking attendees. Muy buenos días a todos y muchísimas gracias por participar en esta reunión. El evento se desarrollará en inglés, por lo que ofrecemos interpretación simultánea al español. Para poder escuchar todo el evento en español, les pedimos hagan clic en el icono del mundo que se encuentra en la parte inferior de su pantalla y elija el idioma de su preferencia. In case any technical problem, we will have a team of technicians monitoring this meeting. For our attendees today, feel free to send any questions you have via the Q&A prompt at the bottom of the Zoom on your computer, and in any time and through today's webinar. We address them in the Q&A section of the webinar as per the agenda. Lastly, you will find both the copy of the agenda and the 2020 annual meeting minutes in the chat for you to download and view. On behalf of all the OAS Federal Credit Union team, thank you for being part of this, our second virtual annual meeting. Back to you, Casey.
Great. Thanks so much, David. Appreciate it. We thought that today we would start, before we start our official agenda, we would have a moment of silence for those members who are not with us anymore, that passed given the COVID pandemic, and family and friends, a special moment for them. And we hope that they are all resting in peace. So we will take a minute to think of our members. Thank you. Okay, thank you all very much. And we hope that you are doing well. like to now start our official agenda. The first item is ascertaining a quorum. And we do have quorum. At this moment, we have 231 people participating, so we certainly have quorum. Thank you all very, very much. And you will see on our screen the agenda. After the quorum, then we'll look at the minutes, and then we have our committee reports and new business, the announcement on our elections and our CEO report, and then prizes, and then adjournment. So we thank you very much for putting that slide up. The agenda is going to be referred to at different times. Thank you. I'd like to introduce to you the dynamic and wonderful board of directors that you have elected for the credit union. This is a group of people, along with staff, but who have been working all year virtually to ensure that the credit union continues to serve members. And we are so happy to be there. We feel proud that we've been able to meet and work almost as if it was regular times, except we're doing it virtually. So I would quickly like to introduce our board. First, I'd like to introduce, you've already met him, David Rojas, who is the co-chair, is the vice chair, but he's also the co-chair of the technology committee. Thank you. Our treasurer, Lynn Swenson, is both treasurer and chair of the ALCO committee. Thank you, Lynn. And then we have Caterina Diaz Valera, who is a vice chair of the ALCO committee. Andre Vanjani, who is the co-chair of the technology committee. Colette Akande, the chair of the governance committee. Stella Villagran, who is the board liaison for the supervisory committee. Jacksiri Cutler, who is the chair of the human capital committee. Desiree Valera, who is the chair of the credit committee. Oscar Harrisik, who is the chair of the supervisory committee. Teresa Bustamante, who is the chair of the nominating committee, and myself, Casey Suarez, chair. Thank you so much to all of you. And we certainly appreciate all of the work that the board has done and the board committees. Each member of the board, as you can see, also chairs a committee. And this has been a phenomenal process for us being able to serve our members, you better. Now to approve the minutes of the 2020 annual meeting. They were sent to you and they're also available now in the screen. So if you would please, we hope that you already read them. Would you please, somehow the polling prompt just came up and it says we finished. Thank you. You can see the minutes in English in the chat room. Can we get a poll up to start for voting? Okay. Okay, well, thank you all very much for the approval of the minutes for the annual meeting. Thank you so much. And at this point, we'd like to start the process of giving the reports from the board, the committee reports. The first one is myself, and I would like to just share with you several things. Also mention that our reports are also in the annual report, which the written report, which you have received, and that we're sharing just portions of that, little summaries of that. So first thing I'd like to just reassure you is that staff and volunteers have really kept on working very hard in terms of you know, in many instances, double the effort, if you will, given the fact that we are virtual. And that takes a step more sometimes, but that this whole year we have been meeting and working on our activities, on different programs, launching new services and products, and proceeding to work with the credit union and on issues that are relevant and important for you, for the members. We keep striving for excellence in all of our work, and we're very proud that we're growing. We're now at, as of the end of April, total assets of 278 million. So I think that's a sign that this virtual work has kind of succeeded, although I think we all would love to see each other and be able to give each other an abrazo soon, that it's been a very, very productive year. And we continue building outside relationships with different organizations and networking and things like that, just in a different format. And so to our members, we appreciate your trust that you have given us at the credit union. The volunteers have been staying busy, as I mentioned, with their virtual meetings and everything. And I can assure you that all of us are a tad better at managing Zoom than we were last year when we had our virtual meetings. So thank you for that. Also, we will soon conclude the second cohort of our credit union's volunteer leadership program. They will finalize their program in June of this year. So thank you to all 10 of the persons involved in that. We really appreciate you and hope that has been a meaningful experience for you. And to all volunteers and staff, of course, thank you for your time and dedication. We have had some interesting accomplishments during this year. One of the ones is that we're extraordinarily proud of is that one of our volunteers, Margaret Palmer, won a national award. She was awarded the CUNA, which is the Credit Union National Association Rock Star Award for 2020. And we want to congratulate Margaret. We're all so proud of you, Margaret, for all the things that you have done for the credit union. And it has, you know, it's been recognized on a national level. So that's really wonderful. Thank you. Additionally, our credit union, together with the UN Federal Credit Union, sponsored a 2-day summit on sustainability, which was very, very, very interesting and very good. And both our CEO was involved and Patricia, as well as some members from the National Geographic that were involved in the program. So thank you very, very much. Additionally, the International Center for Cooperative Management at St. Mary's University in Nova Scotia has they researched our governance practices and policies, and they wrote a case study about our credit union, which has been published. So we wanted to share that with you, that we are in a small way contributing to the credit union industry. And we're all very proud and happy and excited that they thought so much of what we were doing that they wrote a case study about us. And they, you know, as I mentioned before, we are concluding our second cohort of the volunteer leadership program. So I want to thank all of our volunteers for giving your time and your energy and your spirit for our credit union. Thank you so much. Stay well, everyone. And I'd like to now pass this to Desiree Valera, who is the chair of our credit union committee. Desiree.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Madam Chair, and good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Credit Committee, I welcome you to this year's annual meeting. First of all, I would like to acknowledge the members of the Credit Committee, the Lending Department team and management for their commitment, hard work, and excellent support during this special year. So thank you so much, Sergio Pino, Maria Fernanda Story, Sebastián Ordóñez, and Guillermo Moncayo. And thank you so much to Christian Calles, Hansel Morales, and Graciela Malone. You will find the credit committee full report on how we did in 2020 in the bulletin that you received with invitation to this year's meeting. But to summarize it, I will say that our committee, the lending department, and the credit union continue to provide appropriate loans and other type of credit-related services to members. And also, we continue to work closely with those affected by COVID-19. An example of this is the relief loan launched in 2020, helping people who needed a small cash during the pandemic. We adapted this loan from another product to provide our members with a medium-sized fixed signature loan. The credit union at large has been working in diverse ways during the pandemic to help members. The forbearance agreement payment plan for mortgage loan has helped a total of 60 mortgage loans and 50 members receive an extension. We also agreed to allow 208 members to skip payment on a total of 331 loans, a measure that helped provide some household liquidity in a time of need. Also, keep in mind that our credit union has a variety of mortgage programs and a very competitive rate for mortgage and consumer loans. And as always, our lending department will work with you personally to ensure that you get the loan that suits your financial needs. I would like to end today by saying that we, the credit committee, and everyone at the credit union make great efforts to find new ways in which we might provide loans, accounts, and services that will be of use to you. Our goal is to help you prosper, and we hope that you enjoy the many benefits that our credit union offers you. I encourage you to visit our webpage and blog regularly to find out what is new and available to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Desiree. We appreciate your report. Thank you. Before going on, I want to make an additional, I inadvertently skipped the secretary of our board, which is, works so hard. So I would like to introduce Jeff Hertrick, who is the secretary of our board and also chair of the Community Relations and Membership Committee. Thanks, Jeff, for all that you do. And I apologize. Sorry about that. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce our treasurer, Lynn Swenson. She's also the chair of the ALCO committee. And Lynn, may we have your report, please?
Thank you, Casey. I want to welcome our members, guests, volunteers, and staff. Thank you for participating in this virtual event. My name is Lynn Swenson, and I'm the treasurer, and I serve as the chair of the Assets and Liabilities Committee, which provides and oversees the financial status and direction of the credit union. I'd like to acknowledge my fellow committee members, Caterina Diaz-Viana, Teresita Martin, Eros Negrin, Francisco Rodriguez, and our associate volunteer, Jennifer Hoogdorp. We know that 2020 was a tough year for everyone. But the OAS FCU continues to adapt and grow. The credit union remains focused on financial stability and service to members. Our assets increased to $266.9 million. That's the figure at the end of December of 2020, putting us over the $250 million threshold for a large credit union. There are challenges as interest rates have remained low and our net worth ratio decreased some. But our equity increased actually to $22.3 million. So we're lucky here in the US, at least, in that we have encouraging news regarding vaccinations and the gradual reopening of the economy. So we hope that that situation will improve. The important takeaway is that the OAS FCU remains strong. Your assets that are hard earned are safe and federally insured. The management team and staff continue to be responsive, adapting to members' changing financial needs and providing efficient solutions. As a member, you know that you can manage your funds using the online and mobile banking portals, or you can schedule a virtual appointment or even an in-person appointment at the service window. At this point, I would like to ask you that you keep the credit union in mind for your evolving financial needs. As Desiree mentioned, if you're looking for a loan or a credit card, we have very competitive rates. We are here to serve you. We thank you for placing your trust in us, and we continue to look forward to serving you. And last but not least, I forgot to mention, I want to extend my thanks to the staff members who support the ALCO committee, Dr. Lucy Hughes and Trent Miller. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Lynn, very much. And thank you for your committee and all the work that you guys are doing. It's marvelous. Thanks. I'd like to now introduce Oscar Heresy, who is the chair of the supervisory committee. Oscar, can we hear from you, please?
Thank you, Casey. Good afternoon to all of you. Thanks for participating in this virtual event. With great pleasure, I inform you that the Supervisory Committee, following guidelines from the Federal Credit Union Act, serves as a permanent vigilant to establish practice and procedures to safeguard members' assets and meet the required financial reporting objectives. As we all know, this year, 2020, was probably the most challenging year for all of us. I'm glad to report that during the pandemic, the Supervisory Committee continued to work remotely in a safely, secure, and efficient manner. I'm also happy to report that we continue to have a strong financial position, even during these difficult times, as you heard from our other chairs. All external audits were performed as scheduled. The internal audits were performed as scheduled by our internal auditor also. Since access to the branch was not possible, the external audits were done remotely. As the normal times come back, our credit union will once again open its door to the public, and the Supervisory Committee will continue working to ensure smooth and secure transition. We address and will continue to address and encourage our members to contact us to share their concerns, provide their feedback, and to detect errors, conflict of interest, and possible fraud. Finally, I would like to thank all the members of the credit union and the board for their trust in the committee. Also, I would like to thank the management and the staff for their support and help during these times. And before closing, my last recognition and gratitude goes to the members of the Supervisory Committee for their hard work, commitment to achieve our goals. Thank you for your attention and stay safe during this pandemic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oscar. And likewise, thanks very much for all the work that your committee does continuously to help the credit union. And to all of you that made reports today, please thank your committees. I mean, you're working very, very hard, as do the other committees of the board. The ones that did not make a report, they also are working every month they meet, and sometimes they meet more than 1 month, particularly the credit committee. But they do meet minimally once a month and work on activities and programs and for the credit union. So thank you very, very much to all of you. This time, we would like to look at new business. And at this point, I would like to ask Carlos Calderon to share our new business with us, the first portion of it. Thank you. Carlos?
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for participating. It is great to see so many of you here today. But before I continue, I would also like to recognize the presence of Kevin Madden from De Leon and Stang, who are our external auditors. Thanks for being here, Kevin. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Scott Toller, President and CEO of Credit Union Mortgage Association, our partner in providing a full array of competitive mortgage products to you. Scott is here once again to present an award for a record year in mortgage production at the credit union. Take it away, Scott, and thank you for participating.
Thank you, Carlos, and thank you, KC. I always feel like part of the family when I get to do these presentations. So despite 2020 being a challenge in so many ways, OAS FCU had another great year, closing 69 loans for $25.6 million. OAS consistently ranks in the top 10 of our nearly 100 credit union partners. CUMA closed nearly $1 billion last year, our best year ever, and we are proud that OAS was a big part of that success. I'd like to thank Carlos for his support over the years. His leadership at the credit union and as a longtime member of CUMA's board of directors has helped make OAS a truly valuable credit union partner. And now I would like to present the prestigious Platinum Production Award. Thank you, OAS team, and congratulations on another great year.
Oh,
Thanks, Scott.
there. That's marvelous.
We are,
Congratulations. You guys are a great partner. We really appreciate everything you do. So thank you, Casey.
thank you, Scott. And please thank everyone at CUMA for all the support and work they do day in, day out. I know that underwriting so many loans in such a fast manner is always a challenge, but thanks again.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to move on and ask and see if there are any other questions from the floor. We'll wait a minute and see if Martin Ribolota can come up with any questions that may be pending.
No questions at the time.
Thank you. Thanks, Martin. Well, not being any questions, I will get back to you, Casey, and thank you.
No, thank you, Carlos. And Scott, thank you so much for being with us all this time and for being at our second virtual annual meeting. We really, really appreciate it. Thanks a million. Thank you. Now we go to the part of the agenda, which is the election results. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you Teresa Bustamante, who is the chair of the nominating committee, and she and her team have been working diligently on this since last October, or if not before. Teresa, can we hear from you, please?
Teresa, you're on mute.
We're supposed to, okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to all members joining us online. The nominating committee is pleased to present its report for the 2020-2021 period. This year, we relied on contribution from Katia Bañuelos, Adam Siegel, Maria Elena Cruz, Gaby Hernandez, Alejandro Aristizabal, and Barbara Burnham from the support staff. The OAS Credit Union Volunteer Program currently counts with 57 volunteers representing 22 countries. And we look forward to having more members for our member organization join the volunteer program in the future as part of the credit union ongoing outreach beyond the OAS families member. The committee worked from August 2020 through February 2021 in its preparation for the 2021 elections. The work was completed in accordance with the established election calendar. And this year, in addition to the bios, most candidates presented a short video from their candidacies. The committee this year nominated 6 candidates for 3 seats on the board and 2 candidates for 1 seat on the credit committee. The 2021 candidates were Emiliano Colina, Colette Acande, David Rojas, Ian Edwards, Magali Ross, Carlos Troncoso. And for the credit committee, there were 2 candidates for 1 seat, Lily Romero de Simon and Luis Angela Serrano. Member participation this year in e-voting was 24.66%, and we reached a total of 1,895 votes. Now, the results of the elections are as follows. Elected to serve on the board of directors for a term of 3 years are Aida Magali Ross, Colette Acande, and David Rojas. elected to serve the Credit Committee for a term of 3 years is Luz Angela Serrano. The election results will be posted on the election website very shortly. I take this opportunity to thank the nominating committee members and support staff for their innovation, collaboration, and enthusiasm during the past year, and also express my appreciation to the board and management for their trust and support in the activities carried out of this past year. Thank you so much and be safe.
Thank you very much, Teresa, and your committee for all that you've done for this last year for the credit union. Thank you so very much. And congratulations to those that were elected. And a warm thank you to all of our candidates for your participation in the elections. Thank you so much. Thank you again, Teresa. I'd like to ask now Carlos Calderon to announce the e-voting prize winners and give his report. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey, and thank you, Teresa, for such a nice report, and to the committee, nominating committee, for all the work they do throughout the year. And congratulations to the elected officers. I look forward to working throughout the years with all of you. Now, it is my pleasure to announce the e-voting prize winners. We have a total of 29 $100 prizes that have been awarded. All winners will be getting an email with the details. There you go. Now I'm not going to read all of the names just to ensure that we continue with moving on with the program, but you will be getting an email, and congratulations. The election process is one of the pillars of the co-op movement worldwide, and we strongly believe in the democratic process here at the credit union. So we encourage all of our members to participate and vote. Your vote does count in the future of the institution as you elect officers, who in turn will work with management in guiding the future and charting where the institution is going to move on. And I am happy to report that we have here one of the highest levels of voting participation among credit unions in the country. Thank you for voting. As we all know, 2020 was one of the most challenging years for everyone, with all of the uncertainty and mystery as we charted the unknown waters of a global pandemic. Throughout this time, our number one objective was to ensure the safety of our staff and volunteers, and the physical and financial well-being of our members. To that end, we reached out to each one of our members through phone calls, emails, and surveys to ensure that we were providing you with the necessary tools to battle the pandemic successfully wherever you were. As we move on to the new normal, rest assured that we will continue to bring you the best possible financial solutions available, and we believe that the best years for the credit union and for all of you are still ahead of us. As we come out of the pandemic, we are committed and look forward to serving you under the new normal, whatever that is. But before I move on, I would like to thank our board of directors and all of the volunteers for the time, energy, and guidance and advice they provide throughout the year in serving on the board and many of the committees, and make the OAS FCU a successful organization. It's definitely a world-class group of volunteers. I'd like to thank our dedicated and excellent staff, providing the best possible service to our members under any circumstances, especially last year. And of course, to our membership for your trust and ongoing support. Special thanks goes to Patricia Mercado, our marketing officer, and Martin Ribulota, our digital member experience architect, and the entire team that put this program today together. It takes a lot of coordination and a lot of work to make this a successful event. Thank you to all of you. And now, once again, it is time for more fun and announcements of other prizes for folks who registered and are participating in the annual meeting. And the prizes and winners are, there you go. First prize, $580. Mariette Vidal, there you go. Very nice. Congratulations, Mariette. Three prizes of $250 each. And we go, Rebecca Hernandez, Maria Fernanda Vanegas, and Javier Arnaiz. Congratulations, Rebecca, Maria Fernanda, and Javier. Five prizes of $180. And the winners are Alexandra Suriel, Effie Gomez, Maria Josepa Soldan, Cristina Mahon Bogner, and Fabiana Jar. Congratulations, Effie, Alexander, Maria Jose, Christine, and Fabiana. And 7 prizes of $50 each. And the winners are Germán Ríos, Rocío Suárez, María Cruz, Andrés David Ardila, María Mercedes Andrade, Carolina Larrad, Bri Davis. So Germán, Rocío, María, Andrés David, Carolina, María Mercedes, and Bri, congratulations and thank you to all of you for participating in this event. Casey, I think that concludes this part of the agenda, and I'll get the floor back to you.
Thank you, Carlos. And congratulations to all the prize winners. That's marvelous. Thank you. Before we adjourn, I would just like to remind you that at the end of the meeting, there'll be a survey which will be available for everyone. Thank you. And thank you, every member that participated and all our staff and volunteers. Thank you so much for being with us today and being with us all year. And we hope that this next year is a healthy and happy year for all of you. Thank you so very, very much. And our meeting is adjourned. Thank you again. Bye-bye.